Good morning, students. In our last video we have read that the relationship between Minnie and the Kabuliwala is an enduring one. Minnie can share her thoughts with the Kabuliwala. She can chatter with him all day. On the other hand, Kabuliwala is also fond of Minnie because she reminds him of his own daughter back in his country. So they both have become a great friends. They share jokes. But on the other hand, Minnie's mother is a timid person. She might have thought that the Kabuliwala, being a person from a different class and culture, was an evil person. So she thinks that Kabuliwala is a bad person. Minnie's mother is thinking that, and she don't likes Kabuliwala. So one day Kabuliwala was arrested because he had fought with the narrator's neighbor who could not repay his debts. In the heat of the argument, he had also struck the man. And for this fighting, Kabuliwala was sent to jail for several years. Now we will read further. Time passed by and Minnie forgot all about the Kabuliwala. She had grown into a young woman and her marriage was fixed. The marriage was to take place during the Durga Puja. So time passed, Minnie forget all about Kabuliwala. Minnie grown into a young woman and her marriage is also fixed. The marriage was to take place during Durga Puja. I was sitting in my study looking through the accounts when someone entered. He saluted me respectfully and stood before me. It was the Kabuliwala. At first, I did not recognize him. He had no bag. His hair was short and he no longer had the same vigor that he used to have. Vigor means energy or enthusiasm. So Minnie's father was sitting in the study looking through his accounts. Suddenly someone entered and saluted respectfully to Minnie's father. It was Kabuliwala. At first, Minnie's father could not recognize Kabuliwala because he was not having bag, his hair was short, and he was no longer the same as he was before. He was not energetic, no enthusiasm can be seen on his face. He smiled and I remembered him at once. When did you return? I asked him. Last evening I was released from jail, he said. So the Kabuliwala smiled. Then Minnie's father remembered that he was Kabuliwala. Now after when he smiled, then he recognized Kabuliwala and he asked that when did you return? Then Kabuliwala replied that I was released from jail last evening. So when Kabuliwala was freed from the jail, he came up to Minnie's house to meet her before he went away to his country. However, it was Minnie's marriage ceremony. There are ceremonies going on today. I said, I am busy. Could you come another day? At once he turned to go, but as he reached the door, the Kabuliwala hesitated. Turning around, he said, May I see the little one for a moment? Minnie's father is saying that could you come another day because ceremonies are going on today and I am busy today. So Minnie's father is saying to Kabuliwala that you can come another day. As Kabuliwala was going, he hesitated means be slow to speak or act because you feel uncertain. He said, may I see the little one for a moment? So Kabuliwala wanted to see Minnie one time. He thought that Minnie would look the same as before. He had conjured up an image of Minnie running to him calling, "Oh Kabuliwala, Kabuliwala." He had imagined that they would laugh and talk together just like the good old days. Kabuliwala thought that Minnie would look the same, a small girl. He had gathered up the image of a small Minnie running to him and calling him Kabuliwala, oh Kabuliwala. He had imagined that they would laugh and talk together just like the good old days. I said again, there is a ceremony in the house and you will not be able to see anyone today. His face fell. He looked at me for a moment and went out. However, he soon returned with almonds and raisins in his hands. The Kabuliwala became unhappy because the narrator had said that he could not meet Minnie because there is a ceremony in the house. Kabuliwala's face fell. He looked at Minnie's father for a moment and went out. The Kabuliwala returned with almonds and raisins because he thought that Minnie would be happy to receive the gifts. He had imagined Minnie to be a little child even after such a long time. His mind was occupied with the previous pictures of little Minnie. I brought this for the little one. Will you give them to her? Kabuliwala brought almonds and raisins to give Minnie, and giving to his father, Kabuliwala told to give these things to Minnie. I took them and was going to pay him, but he caught my hand and said, "You are very kind, sir. Do not offer me money. You have a little girl. I too have one like her in my home. I think of her and bring nuts for your child." He then put his hand into his pocket and brought out a worn out piece of paper. He unfolded the paper and showed it to me. The paper had the impressions of tiny ink smeared hands of his daughter. This made I realize how big Minnie had grown and how she would soon become a stranger for me. The narrator had offered money to the Kabuliwala for the nuts that he had brought for Minnie. The Kabuliwala refused to take money because Minnie reminded him of his own daughter. He thought of his daughter when he brought nuts for Minnie. And the Kabuliwala was sad and he showed the narrator the imprints of the fingers of his own daughter. The narrator was touched by this. By looking Kabuliwala's daughter Tiny Hand's impressions on the paper, Minnie's father realized how big Minnie had grown and how she would soon become a stranger for him. My eyes were filled with tears when I heard him speak of his daughter. I sent for Minnie immediately from the inner apartment. As she arrived, adorned as a bride, the Kabuliwala was surprised to see how much she had changed. Minnie's father's eyes were filled with tears as he heard about Kabuliwala's daughter, and he sent immediately to call Minnie from the inner apartment. As Minnie arrived, she was adorned as a bride. She was in bride dress, and the Kabuliwala was very surprised to see how much she had changed. However, he smiled and said, "Little one, are you going to your father-in-law's house?" Minnie understood the meaning of the word father-in-law's house, but she stood still. She had no memory of the Kabuliwala and refused to talk to a stranger. I took out a bank note and handed it over to the Kabuliwala. Kabuliwala smiled and said to Minnie that, "Are you going to your father-in-law's house?" Minnie now understood the meaning of the word father-in-law, but she had no memory of the Kabuliwala. She had interacted with Kabuliwala when she was very young. The Kabuliwala had spent a long time in the jail, so Minnie refused to talk to a stranger. Now Kabuliwala is a stranger for Minnie. Minnie could not recognize Kabuliwala after a long time. Go back to your daughter, to your own country. Your happiness will be a blessing for my daughter. The present proved a little expensive for me, and I had to cut down on the electric lights I had planned for the wedding. However, the mere thought of a happy reunion between a father and a daughter in some faraway land seemed to brighten the festivities. The narrator is an understanding person. He understands the Kabuliwala's sentiments and pain at being separated from his daughter. He realizes that Minnie too is going to become a stranger to him after marriage. Fatherly feelings unite the Kabuliwala and the narrator is Minnie's father. He has to cut down on the electric lights that he had planned for his daughter's wedding. But the thought of Kabuliwala reuniting with his daughter made everything seem unimportant to him. The Kabuliwala is a simple man. Beneath the imposing physical vigor lies a tender heart. He is fond of children, and he is especially fond of Minnie, as Minnie reminds him of his daughter. The Kabuliwala is a businessman, but he does not let money or business interfere his relationship with Minnie's family. He does not forget Minnie even after he has spent a long time in jail. He is so attached to her that he cannot realize the fact that Minnie has grown up. She will not respond to his gestures. The Kabuliwala has a deep sense of attachment both to his daughter and his native land.